Okay, in this video, we're going to go over positive and negative linear associations from scatter plots. So before I actually go over this problem, I just want to go over what a positive and negative scatter plot would look like. A positive scatter plot would be anything where your scatter plot goes up in a positive direction, okay? The tighter the scatter plot is to kind of like looking like a straight line, the more positive it is and the higher the correlation coefficient will be, which is something we're going to be going over later. And then for a negative scatter plot would be something where as your x value increases, your y value decreases. Okay, and again, the same thing, we can have a strong negative correlation here as much as the scatter plot is close together to kind of creating a straight line. Then if a scatter plot here is kind of all over the place, there would be no association. So if we had, no association would be if a scatter plot was kind of like all over the place, and nonlinear would be something that kind of scoops down, and you might have a couple scatter plots here where it kind of looks like a curve going on in your scatter plot. So we have the plot shown below describes the relationship between the average income in a city and the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in that city. So here's the average income to the average rent for one bedroom. And as we can see, we're going from the lower left-hand corner to the upper right-hand corner. So as the average income increases, we're noticing that the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment also increases. It's not a very tight line here, but I would say that this is a very positive, strong, moderate to strong correlation, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but definitely a positive linear association for this graph. As we look here, we have our available positive linear association, negative linear association, nonlinear. It does not curve. It's not all over the place for a no association. And it's not negative because as the income increases, it does not decrease in the average rent. So it would be a positive linear association. We can do another one here. Again, this graph also, even though it's all the way up in the left-hand corner, right-hand corner, it is still looking as it's increasing. So we have, as the numbers increase on the x-axis, the numbers do increase on the y-axis. So that's also a positive relationship between the scatter plots and your axes.